Dear Mr. Snyder and Mr. Lowy, I am letting you gentlemen aware that while I am playing the most recent installment of the WWE 2K franchise, most of the audio settings are turned all the way down. When that happens, you know that you haven't done your job for your customers. To be more direct, never have I heard such an obnoxious, repetitive, and outrageous list of songs for a video game. Do you really hate us that bad? Are you really trying to make us tear off our own ears? I am not bashing the quality of these artists or songs in general, but while you see this as a soundtrack fit to number raise some hell, me and many other customers can easily disagree. I will go through the whole list of songs to help you understand where I am coming from. It's Tricky is a happy-go-lucky rap anthem that I first heard 14 years ago as I played SSX Tricky for the first time. Can I imagine this song playing during colorful, over-the-top snowboard action? Absolutely. At a wrestling event? Not at all. Rebel Yell by Billy Idol is a punk rock classic. Good to hear every now and then, and by that I mean on the occasional TV spot, not every 15 minutes while browsing user-created content or creating my own wrestler. More. I prefer no more. Revolution by Diplo is another track that has no place in this game, as I feel that it is such a slow, empty song that is only in the game for the name of the artist alone. Speaking of which, Yelawolf comes to mind next. Hearing his hit, Till It's Gone, during the theatrical trailer for Black Mass gave me goosebumps. Finding this song, remixed to sound more instrumental, in WWE 2K16 gives me headaches. Next we have Heavy is the Hand by the Zac Brown Band. I see that you're trying to add a country flavor to the soundtrack every year, and I don't have a problem with that, but once again, this is just another big name with the title of the song repeated over and over. Do you see a pattern here? Deep Six by Marilyn Manson. You wanna know what Zeus said to Narcissus? You wanna know what Zeus said to Narcissus? You wanna know what Zeus said to Narcissus? It's like a gag I would happen to come across on The Simpsons. My simple answer is no, and since I've turned this track off, I'm thankful Mr. Manson will never ask me again. Something to Believe In by Fashion Mesh as well with the culture of the NFL, as heard in Madden NFL 16. I will get to their soundtrack later, but just because you heard it from Madden doesn't make it all of a sudden great for WWE games. I see no connection with the two. Hello World by Kid Ink is an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10 if you only hear the instrumental. Along with the rapper's bland, monotone vocals, the quality of the song dramatically dips. It's no secret that this song in particular was only put in the game because one WrestleMania lyric. The only songs I can tolerate are Youth Gone Wild, Heavy Dirty Soul, Transmissions, and A Little More. That's only 4. I like these songs, but since they're the only songs playing in my list of music, they can be pretty annoying too. I can play the entrance themes of the superstars in the game, but each song only lasts about 45 seconds. But let's get back to your music. 2/3 of your soundtrack you spend a fortune on, I want no part of. Think about that. When you compare this soundtrack to Madden NFL 16, Madden's music is more appropriate to their diverse culture, and I can tolerate their music better. And many of those artists are not world-renowned artists. They have 24 songs, but I only toggled off 4 of them. You do the math. Madden NFL 16 has twice as many songs, yet 5 times as many that I keep playing compared to WWE 2K16. Last year's soundtrack was equally as bad, if not worse. The tunes provided by Flo Rida and Wiz Khalifa have no place in WWE games, and it's unanimously not worth the money that is spent to purchase their songs licenses. I understand that WWE 2K's budget is not as big compared to NBA 2K's budget, but I would be for the idea of licensing more than 12 songs if they are much cheaper than the songs you usually pay to buy. If I could make suggestions, Blue Stally, Demon Hunter, Tremonti, Otherwise, and Red are just a handful of artists that offer some explosive, unique, and clean music. You may have never heard of these artists, but how can they get their names out there when marketers like you pass on them in favor of world-renowned artists? Thank you for your time, and I hope by typing this that your perceptions have slightly changed for next year's installment.